Okay, everyone. Seems like we are live now on TradingView and YouTube. So I will just wait 10, 15 more seconds and I will get started. So for those of you who never see me do this, this is like my daily outlook and market update for the next 24, 48 hours. If you haven't seen my weekly outlook, these are the trades that I'm going to be referring them. So feel free to take my weekly outlook as well. They will explain kind of what I'm looking at for the week. And in this one, I'll be looking at what's going to happen in the upcoming 1 or 2 days when I'm seeing it. Okay, so I'll get started right away. I'll get started with dollar index. So let's look at dollar index. If you guys recall yesterday, or beginning of the week, I was mentioning that can we get a breakout from this structure? And we do that in kind of the yesterday period. We do have a confirmation, kind of a correction. We do have a price push up. Now it's just truly trickle back down again. But I'm not discounting this trade yet. I do see a lot of potential. This could be a descending kind of channel to push the price up. Overall, I do like the price action. I do like the kind of a strong impulse out of on the bottom, and now maybe just creating a deeper correction before the next go. So I do think there's a lot of opportunity in the dollar pairs as well, and I will look into them now. Let's look at Aussie dollar. Yesterday, I was talking about waiting for a breakout on this structure here. So we do see that on the lower time frame. We do see a breakout. Now we just kind of retrace back up again. What I'd like to see probably a little bit more tangible kind of a structure if we get some sort of structure like this. Very valid for my kind of a trading style, and this would be the next kind of a down opportunity. Probably looking for a bigger structure like this because this move already happened. So don't expect this to drop down like this. I do expect a little bit more corrective structure to form here to take the price lower. Going to Kiwi dollar. So Kiwi dollar already had that potential kind of a correctional form. This was a potential valid setup as well. I do think that's a valid setup itself. Price did push lower, quickly retrace back up again. That's how price moves sometimes, all right? Maybe waiting for a larger structure once again, and this could be the next sell opportunity down. So that's Kiwi dollar. Let's go into Euro dollar. So let's look at Euro dollar. Do like Euro dollar as well. We do have that price push down. We do have that continuation correction. Again, this could be a valid setup. We have price push down and quickly trace back up. So what I'm looking at now, well, we do break out the structure, which is very good. Now that we're not pushing down too far, wait for another correction. Wait for a deeper correction, something like this, a little bit more tangible, a little bit more structure to take the next short. So be looking at this for the upcoming 24, 48 hours. I do think euro dollar is looking pretty good. I do think pound dollar is also very good. Recall from my weekly outlook, I'm waiting for a price to break out of the structure. We have a continuation correction. We did get the price breakout again. Last few hours, price managed to bounce back. But don't discount all of them because wait for that correction. I do think this correction is still valid. Give it for a few hours into the London session or a few hours into the New York session upcoming day, and look for the next sell opportunity. Because if we all look at the higher time frame, on my weekly outlook, we're just at the top of price action right now. We are broke out this channel structure. We have an ascending channel going up. Now it's potentially a reversal opportunity to push the price down lower to where they started. So I do think there's a lot of opportunities in the dollar pairs, but just have to be a little bit more patient on them. I personally are not in any of the dollar pairs, but I will be if I do see the setup that I mentioned just now. Um, Dollar peso was one of them I was looking at because I do like the overall structure. We zoom out a little bit. Uh, from a higher time frame perspective, I'm still biased for short and long term, but I do like this structure that we're in right now. I do like this kind of a channel structure within the larger parallel channel. Do expect price to make one more move to the upside, completing this larger structure that we're looking at, making this is the impulse move, this is a correction, and we're waiting for the next impulse. So I do expect, again, dollar strength to come in the upcoming kind of days and weeks. This could be a beautiful trade setup just to the top here, and then we will reevaluate, kind of see what the price will do. So going on to Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD, yeah, I will go over Euro Kiwi in that order. So let me finish a couple ones I do see. Aussie CAD is really good. Just I think it was yesterday I made a post about look for a correctional kind of structure here. We do see price break out of that now, break out of this longer kind of ascending channel formation, so which is very good. Price is kind of consolidating here, so expect another correction to form here, and then this could be the sell down. So I do like the CAD here. I personally is in Kiwi CAD, which I'll go over, but I think Aussie CAD looks looking pretty good. Aussie Kiwi, same idea. We go to the 4 hour. We do have that impulse, and I mentioned about once this correction is finished, look for the sell. So we did have price push out and forming another correction, which is good because that's just confirming me that there's going to be another sell opportunity down to the lows. So that's Aussie Kiwi. Going over a few Oz yen pairs. You guys know I've been bearish on the yen, so I do see this is the impulse. This is take a bigger, more complicated correction, but we're still looking for the next sell opportunities. So that's Aussie yen. Kiwi yen, similar idea, right? We have this impulse down here. Now it's just making a more complicated structure. The higher time frame, longer term wise, still looking for this sell opportunity. So that's Kiwi yen going into Euro CAD. So Euro CAD again, all the CAD pairs are looking pretty good. Aussie CAD, Euro CAD, and Kiwi CAD. So we do see price is reacting to this potential double top that we have, like this kind of ascending channel formation, and then quickly price broke down. Now I'm just looking for that 1 hour or lower time frame continuation correction, which is already developing here, a good peg up here, and then for the sell, or it could just strictly back down right here. So just waiting for this correction to finish, and that will give us more confirmation for the sell. Euro pound. So Euro pound is really good. If you guys been following me for since last month, I was already talking about a potential sell because I know this is the impulsive move. We're getting a deeper correctional structure, but we're still looking for the next sell. So I do like what I'm seeing here. I do like this could potentially a head and shoulder pattern as well. And then we see price breakout. So how do we kind of manage and look for opportunity? Well, price broke out structure, and like I said, don't just jump in the trade right away. Look for a continuation correction, which is what the price is doing now. So expect price to kind of trigger around this area, and then look for a breakout to go for the lows. I think this structure is very valid for a continuation from this move alone. And we know that if we zoom out on this 4 hour, this is still what I'm looking for in terms of higher time frame analysis. So there's lots of room to the upside, downside. Okay, so this will be a pretty good trade, so don't miss that one. Euro Kiwi, I'll go over Euro Kiwi. Um, Euro Kiwi, if we look at, we zoom out a little bit, you see prices getting pushed up. You see this from this kind of a structure that we see. This is a pretty strong impulse to the upside. I do like the impulse. I do want to see more confirmation if I'm looking for a buy. I think this is what most people are looking at is we had a strong move to the upside. So now what? Well, wait for a more structurally kind of pattern to form here. All right, to take it to the next buy. I think the next buy would be valid, at least to the top here, making this overall probably a larger continuation structure for this move down here. And then we're going for the next move down. Short term wise, definitely see more bullish opportunity in Euro Kiwi. So let me go over a couple other ones. Euro dollar I already went over earlier. I'll go over really quickly. Euro dollar already, like I said, we see price broke out the structure. Okay, then we see continuation correction here, and price gets pushed down and quickly retrace back. So I'm looking for a more complicated, a more deeper correction to develop here, to confirm that this is the correction for this move down, and then we're getting the next move down. So that's euro dollar. Okay. So moving on to Kiwi CAD. So Kiwi CAD, this is the one that I was in. So if we zoom out on the higher time frame, on my weekly outlook, I said this is a double top that we're hitting. Price is reacting to this potential weekly kind of channel as well. So we're sitting right at the top, which is very valid for a short. We do see prices consolidating here for a long period of time already, which is very good as well. That means that price going to get pushed up. We zoom on to the 4-hour chart. If we see the 4-hour chart, to me, this is a larger kind of a parallel channel. And then we do get price have a recent double top right here. Price broke down massively. And then this is a first kind of 1-hour continuation correction, which is all valid. So we do see price broke down. Now I'm just looking for, is it going to form another correction here? Do you like this correction? If it's going to form here, then we can push the price down even more. So that is Kiwi CAD. Kiwi CAD, let's move on to Kiwi Swiss. So Kiwi Swiss, again, our entire time frame. I've been talking about this for a month now, beginning of June probably I was looking at. I mentioned this is the impulse, this is a correction, we're getting the next impulse. So going out to the 4-hour chart, I was already short since here, a breakout of this ascending channel. And then once price broke out of this channel, out of this correctional structure, over here it's forming another correction here. I mentioned this could be an ideal setup as well to push the price even lower to the lows here. Okay, so look for this breakout, look for this continuation correction to fully develop, and look for the next sell opportunities. Okay, that's Kiwi Swiss going to Pound Swiss. So Pound Swiss, if we look at this is another post I made over the weekend. I like the structure overall. I like this is the impulse. I like this is the correction. And I'm looking for the next impulse. Very straightforward. We do get these correction within correction or structure within structures, which is what I always like to see. So overall, this parallel kind of channel structure, we see price, last bit of price is forming this ascending kind of channel formation, pushing the price up in this kind of correctional format. So all I need to see now is just a simple kind of breakout of this ascending channel formation and look for the first correction to take it down. Very simple, very clean in my opinion, just waiting for the right setup to happen. Okay, so let me go through a couple other ones. So that is all the currency one, at least I'm looking at for the next 24, 48 hours. Let me go into commodities, couple commodities I'm looking at. Sugar. So sugar, I've been talking about long since early July already. So we do see finally broke out the structure. So you'll recall last for my weekly outlook, I'm mentioning let's look for a continuation. So we got price broke out. This is nothing for a continuation. If I can get a little bit more concrete kind of structure to form here, this would be kind of my buy kind of setup. There's no need to rush into the sugar because there's so much opportunities. If we zoom out to the higher time frame, we can see that this around February was before kind of the COVID drop. So really, price is just trying to recover itself after that kind of move, right? So right now, if we do get that kind of a concrete kind of a structure, I'm thinking that I'm looking for, sorry, then I'm looking for the next buy opportunity to all the way up. So there's a lot of room. I'm not worried about missing a couple of pips here and there. Just trying to find the best setup so I can take the next buy. Okay, U.S. oil. U.S. oil. I was looking for a short earlier in this kind of New York session or so. I don't think I got the. I don't think I got the structure I was looking for. So if I look at this overall, I do like this kind of ascending channel structure resulting from this down move. And then I was looking for a down move from here and then a potential correction to form here to push the price lower. I didn't get what I want because I didn't see the price broke out. Instead, price really quickly retraced back on, kind of broke out this potential structure as well. So no trade for me as of now, unless on oil. I want to see a little bit more kind of a price action to form here. If we get price to develop here a little bit longer and then forming a deeper correction, this could still be on my book. But for now, I'd rather to be waiting on the sideline and we will see what happens in the next 24, 48 hours on oil. Moving on to gold, I did make a video on gold about fear of missing out, which is today related to trading psychology. For those of you who want to take a look, feel free. That's on TradingView or YouTube. Personally, I'm just not interested in buying or selling. Okay, this I explained all this in this video as well. Okay, so in case you haven't seen this, this kind of explain my kind of take on what I think gold will be, and in terms of buy or sell. So as for now, I'm not biased in long or biased in short. I just want to see a little bit more development in this area. I don't want to get caught up in this kind of fear of missing out kind of mentality. I'd rather wait price to see what happens and then go from there. Okay, so that's gold. Let's look at a few commodities. Commodities, there's few that are moving that I'm in on a weekly outlook. So ACB, looking for that breakout, right? I mentioned this on yesterday as well. Looking for the first breakout because this structure here is very valid for a next buy opportunity, resulting from this below right here. The reason why I think this is a very valid stuff, if we zoom out on the higher time frame, we're just at the all-time low now, right? If we zoom out even further, we really haven't been this low since 2016 or so. So price has been moving down quite a bit. And last bit of price action, this is what I like about structurally is that I know this is a strong impulse and I know this is just a correction. How long or how far the correction would be, I'm not sure. I know the next higher probability setup would be the next buy. That is just how the price moves. So until I see a little bit more confirmation, I do want to be just keeping on the sideline for now. I want to see a breakout and then continuation to take the price up. That would be my kind of entry here. If I don't see that, then no trade for me. So moving on to Boeing. Boeing, I've been looking at it for since beginning of I was making a trade somewhere here. Anyways, this structure is still in development, right? This structure is still evolving. We still know that this was the impulse from the move, and we're still looking for a completion of this correction before the next buy. So until I see that, I'm still happy to just wait for the right setup. I do like they're still starting to show structures within structure now. This is a very good descending kind of channel. So a reversal, we do see a little more descending channel here within the lower time frame. If we can get a price pushed up out of that larger, higher time frame structure, then this first kind of correction would be my buy setup to take the trade at least to the top here. I think this is a pretty good risk reward trade for stock for long term kind of mid to long term kind of buy, which is what I'm interested in equities. I don't really day trade them. I'm looking for swing trade opportunities. Moving on to Johnson & Johnson with this yesterday as well. Looking for a buy opportunity out of this correction. We know that this is the impulse. This is a channel kind of a correction. We do see the next breakout. Now it's just a lower time frame correction. So next buy opportunity up to the top here. So that's Johnson & Johnson. Coca-Cola, again, went over that yesterday. Price is moving up, but it's correcting itself now. Maybe forming a descending channel. So I still think the upside is there. I've been looking for a buy since on the bottom. So few correction to push the price up. Now it's just a deeper correction. Still thinking the overall structure is very valid for a impulse correctional structure and the next buy opportunity on Coca-Cola. Looking at Nike, I think Nike also is very valid. Just need a little bit more development. Didn't happen in this New York session, but do expect this to happen in the next 24, 48 hours if we can get a price to push out of this kind of a channel structure, then look for the next buy opportunity to push the price up. Because this is the all-time top high already, so be careful when this trade reaches the top. Are we going to get reversal kind of price action, or are we going to get continuation to push the price up even higher? So going to Pepsi now. So Pepsi still waiting for that breakout. Again, didn't happen in this New York session, but very likely to see this kind of correction to form once we break out of this overall structure here. And again, this is the all-time top, so look for the kind of a look for the price to get pushed up here and then see if it's going to break above, continuation to push the price up even more. So that's Pepsi. I think that's all the kind of equities I'm looking at in terms of US equity. So I will go over crypto now. This is the last thing that I'm looking at. So crypto has been moving. Everyone knows about it. There had been some volatility in the market as well through the weekend. So I'll go over a few that I had my analysis on and what I see them in terms of next for 24, 48 hours. So if we look at Bitcoin Cash, someone messaged me since from my previous weekly outlook is, am I stop buying it? Well, I'm not stop buying it, but the second the first initial kind of entry, obviously it will be a break even once price break up and quickly crash down, right? But I think this kind of movement is very common in crypto. This is just how a lot of volatility in the market, and it tends to stop out a lot of traders. But once it takes out a lot of traders, the buy is still going to continue upwards. Because if we zoom on the higher time frame, this move doesn't change. We have this impulsive move, correction. Now we have a strong impulse. Now just waiting for another correction to form here to take the price up. Very simple like that. If we zoom out on a weekly, that is looking at in terms of uh, structures. We're still in this larger structure as well. We're just not even 50% here. We just need a little bit more patience. Wait for the right correction to develop, whether it's on lower time frame or higher time frame, and pick the next buy. So going to Bitcoin, same idea on Bitcoin, guys. If we talk about this, I've been talking about a long since like the early time. On the bottom right here, this was my first entry here. And then when the price broke up top of the channel, I mentioned, hey, look for the next buy opportunity. This is a very valid buy setup. So if you enter here, price goes up, then quickly come back, then this will be a break-even trade. No biggie. Still looking for the next buy opportunity. Still holding this trade from here because we have this kind of volatility crash down. But ultimately, I'm still looking for a buy up to the price up. Higher time frame wise, we know that this is a very strong impulse. We have a correction. Now we're getting another impulse. So expect another correction to push the price even higher. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Going to Dash. Dash, my first initial target from Dash was once price broke out this, I'm looking for a first initial target to the top here. So price did hit that, and then again, the volatility dropped, but you see prices beginning to get pushed up now. So if we get another correction here, I still think this is a valid buy because looking at the higher time frame again, nothing changes on these cryptos. It's the same exact thing over and over again. Looking for the impulse, correction, impulse, another correction here, and keep pushing the price up all the way to the top. And you're gonna see that market move in the next upcoming days and weeks. That's just in the market right now. It's very volatile. So let's look at EOS. Same thing. EOS was looking for a breakup on this triangle from this structural pattern, and then we did get that. Going to the 4 hour again. This was my initial kind of buy opportunity. Price push up. This could be a second buy opportunity again. Price push back down right away, and then tagging a lot of entries out. Now it's just slowly creeping up again. So expect another correction, guys. Expect that's how the price will move. So that's EOS. Going to Ethereum. So Ethereum really been if we look at the higher time frame, I've been talking about this since around the mid-July time. This is the move up. This is a correction. We got another move up. Simple as that. If we move on to the lower time frame, this was my first buy, right? All the way from the bottom here, looking for a buy opportunity up. And then when I see prices beginning to form this kind of structure, I mentioned, hey, look for another buy opportunity out of this structure. We do have that, and then we have that volatility move. Now price is slowly tricking back up again. So again, same with every other pairs. Expect this to continue going up, forming correction, and push the price up even more. So don't let that 1 hour candle. This was, I think it was just a 5 minutes or 15 minute, right? If we zoom out a little bit, sorry, if we zoom in on the 5 minute, we just go to where that volatility happened. Really, this happened in like 5-10 minutes, right? And then everything is back to normal. That is how crypto is. It's very volatile. It can just move up and move down for no apparent reason, but it resume its price action after that. So let's go to Link. Link was mentioning for a buy opportunity here as well. Again, the trickle down pull up tag people out for break even or a small loss. But either way, this move is still there, impulse correction. We're still getting another impulse. So look for a correction here, and that will confirm a further buy opportunity up to the upside. So let's look at one more is Ripple. Ripple, I think it's very good. I've been buying since on the bottom. This is actually the one I've been still holding. I mentioned about if we get a breakout of this structure here, and then now it's forming a continuation correction, then look for the next buy. It's very straightforward if it's my trading plan. So we do have price push up now very massively. We broke out this kind of a structured channel as well. So expect a continuation here. You know, that's how I always look for a structure here for the next opportunity to buy. Okay, so that's Ripple. We do see that happening if we zoom out on a higher time frame. I mentioned this on the weekly outlook as well. There's just so much room to the upside. So don't jump in the trade because these pullbacks are pretty strong, right? So if we go into the 4 hour, see how this was that volatile push down, probably take a lot of people out in their buy position. Right now, you just slowly bring it back again. So if you see correction here, or if you see a correction breakout and then followed by it, then I still think those are very valid buy. On the higher time frame, nothing changes. Still looking for the next buy move. There's so much room if we zoom out. We're literally at the bottom of the price, right? There's so much room to the upside. You're not gonna go in one setting like this, but you are likely to have impulse correctional structure to push the price up at the end to all the way to the top. Okay, so that is kind of all the crypto I'm looking at least for the next 24, 48 hours. And if there's any questions, I think I answered most of the questions there. But feel free to comment them or ask me a question about a certain pair. If I see them, I will post my analysis on it on either TradingView or YouTube. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning to this daily outlook and market update. I will do another one on the 2 days from now. Okay, so thank you very much and have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.